After this lesson, you people will be able to know that what is coordinate geometry and how to apply the distance formula to calculate the distance between 2 points given in the Cartesian plane. Let us start our lesson. Here is a point. If we move this point to the right side like this, so the path of the movement of this point will give you a line segment. Now if we move this line segment like this, so the path of the movement of line segment will give you a plane. However, this plane could be extended indefinitely from all sides. Students, now there are two-dimensional flat surfaces, for example, triangle, rectangle, parallelogram, square, rhombus, circle, etc. These all are the parts of this plane. If we study these geometrical shapes in a plane, it is called plane geometry. But we are going to study about the coordinate geometry. Here is a line which could be extended indefinitely from both sides. To give an identity to a point lying on this line, we have to select a reference point 0. The values taken on the right side of the reference point 0 are always positive, while the distance among each of them is same. Similarly, the values taken on the left side of the reference point 0 are negative. Now students, can you give an identity to the point this one? This lies 2 units apart from the reference point 0 to the right side. And can you give an identity to the point P with reference to the number line? Definitely not. For this, you have to draw a vertical line passing from the reference point 0. The values taken above the reference point 0 are positive, while the values taken below the reference point 0 are negative. This axis, the horizontal axis, is called the x-axis, and this one, which is vertical, is called y-axis. Now we can give an identity to the point P. It is 2 units apart from the positive x-axis and 3 units apart from the positive y-axis. So the coordinates of point P are 2, 3. This axis, the horizontal axis, and this one, the vertical axis, y-axis, are perpendicular to each other and they form coordinate axes, which divide the plane into 4 quadrants. This quadrant is called the first quadrant, this one is called second quadrant, this one is called third, and this one is called fourth quadrant. Now students, can you give an identity to the point Q? Similarly, can you give an identity to the point R? Pause the video here and find out their identities. I will tell you about it later. Now students, if we study the geometrical shapes in the coordinate axis, this is called coordinate geometry. If we have a point S and we want to find out the distance between the point P and S, denoted by small d, for this, we have to derive a distance formula. But before going forward, let me tell you the identity of point Q. Identity of point Q is 3, 0. Its y coordinate is 0 because it lies on the x-axis. And identity of point R is 0, 1. Its x coordinate is 0 because it lies on the y-axis. Students, you have to keep in your mind that 2, 3 is never equal to 3, 2. They are two different points and their identities are different. So students, let us derive the distance formula. If we have 2 points Px1, y1 and Qx2, y2 in the coordinate plane, and the distance among P and Q is denoted like this, and let's just take it small d. Okay students, now can you see the distance from point O to point L is what? x1, and the distance from point O to the point M is x2. Now if we have to find out the distance from point L to M, so what it would be? It would be x2 minus x1, that is x2 minus x1. And as LM is equals to Pn, so definitely Pn would also be x2 minus x1. In the similar pattern, the distance from point Q to M is y2, and the distance from point N to M is y1. So the distance from point Q to N would be what? y2 minus y1, that is y2 minus y1. Now students, if you remember that the side opposite to the right angle in a right angle triangle is called what? Hypotenuse. Here we have a right angle at point N in the triangle PNQ. So the side opposite to this right angle is PQ, and this would be the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. If we apply Pythagoras theorem to this right angle triangle, what we will have? Hypotenuse square would be equals to the base square plus perpendicular square. So here hypotenuse is PQ, okay, and the base is Pn. Similarly, perpendicular is Qn. If we substitute their values, PQ, we have denoted PQ by small t. So here d square is equals to Pn is equals to absolute value of x2 minus x1 plus Qn is equals to absolute value of y2 minus y1. We have to find out distance d. So here we have to take a square root on both sides. We will have plus minus square root of square of the difference of the x coordinates plus square difference of the y coordinates. But as you know, the distance is always positive, so we will ignore the negative value. So students, here is our distance formula which we can use to find out the distance between two points in the Cartesian plane or in the coordinate axis. So let us start exercise 9.1. Question number 1, part number A. Find the distance between the following pair of points. Point A is 9, 2 and the coordinates of point B are 7, 2. So students, if we apply the distance formula, we will have 7 minus 9, that is the difference of the x coordinate 7 minus 9, and then the difference of the y coordinates, that is 2 minus 2, and definitely we will take their squares. Now if we simplify it, 7 minus 9 will give you minus 2 and 2 minus 2 will give you 0. If we solve it further, we will have 4 plus 0 under the square root, and the square root of 4 will give you 2. So student, this is very simple to find out the distance between the two given points. Let us solve. This is example number 1, part number 1. Find the distance between the following pair of points P12, Q03. We will apply the distance formula in the similar pattern as we did in the previous question. So here we will have the difference of the x coordinates and then we will have the difference of the y coordinates. X coordinate of point Q is 0 and x coordinate of point P is 1. So we will have 0 minus 1 whole square. Y coordinate of point Q is 3 and y coordinate of point P is 2. So we will have 3 minus 2. Now we just have to simplify this. 0 minus 1 will give you minus 1 whole square and 3 minus 2 will give you 1 whole square. Here we will have 1 plus 1 under the square root. And our answer would be PQ is equals to square root 2. Students, let us solve another question. Question number 2, part number 2 of exercise 9.1. Let P be the point on the x-axis with x coordinate A and Q be the point on the y-axis with y coordinate B. Find the distance between the point P and Q. So students, this is very simple. If we solve it, The point P is lying on the x-axis, therefore the coordinates of point P are 2, 0. That is, its y-coordinate would be 0. Similarly, the point Q lies on the y-axis, so definitely its x-coordinate would be 0. Now we just have to do that, we have to apply the distance formula. Here we'll have the difference of the x-coordinates. That is, x-coordinate of point Q is 0 and x-coordinate of point P is 2. So we will have 0 minus 2. And we will have the difference of the y-coordinates. Y-coordinate of point Q is 3 and the y-coordinate of point P is 0. So we will have 3 minus 0. So just take their squares and simplify it. And our answer would be the distance PQ is equals to square root 13. Now on the similar pattern, we can solve the question. Question number 2, part number 6. Let P be the point on the x-axis with x-coordinate A and Q be the point on the y-axis with y-coordinate B as given below. Find the distance between P and Q. So on the similar pattern, the point P lying on the x-axis, therefore the coordinate of point P would be minus 9, 0. That is, its y-coordinate would be 0. Point Q is lying on the y-axis, so its x-coordinate would be 0. Now we just have to apply the distance formula as we did earlier. 0 minus 9 whole square, and here we will have minus 4 minus 0 whole square. So now we just have to simplify it. 9 square plus minus 4 square. So if we simplify it, we will have 81 plus 16 under the square root. And the distance between the point P and Q would be square root 97. So students, I hope now you people are able to solve exercise 9.1 by yourself.